Now, I don't know if they'll do it the same way that I do, but some people have different methods, but we'll see.
Hi there. I'm going to show you one of the most delicious ways to make coffee, Turkish coffee. Turkish coffee goes by several names, which vary from region to region. Everyone has their own style of making it, and each style produces different results. Remember, the most authentic and correct way to brew coffee is the way that you like it best. Here's what you'll need. A metal pot, also known as an ibrik, preferably made from copper, but other metals are fine.
Jazva.
Some grounded coffee, and if you like, some sugar. Sugar is optional. It's important to use medium roasted and finely grounded coffee. This is absolutely essential. You can buy this from most supermarkets and delicatessens. The coffee needs to be ultra fine, like powder.
Yeah.
Or you can just grind the coffee beans yourself. If you do grind them, make sure it's powdered like flour. Otherwise, the texture of the coffee won't be right. I'm making coffee for 3 people, so I'm filling the pot with 3 of these cups of water.
See, that's what you do. Exactly the same amount of water.
Turkish coffee cups, which are like espresso cups, but with vertical sides.
Mm-hmm. Just enough water.
The water I'm using is room temperature.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know if this guy does it right.
3 teaspoons of sugar.
I don't do that.
For each person. Let the sugar sink to the bottom without stirring. As it heats, the sugar will caramelize and disperse through the water, which will give it a very palatable taste. Add 1 heaped teaspoon of coffee for each person.
Oh yeah, he's not.
You can
I don't do it this way.
To your preference. If you like your coffee strong, add a little extra.
No, not how we do it. But okay, same result.
Place
maybe.
The pot on the stove with low heat.
Also, I have an electric stove, so.
Don't stir just yet. Let it heat up for a minute or 2, and then stir slowly.
I don't like this. I'm mad.
After a few minutes, the coffee.
Don't like it. Okay, hold on. Let me find a better one. Okay. How about an authentic Turkish person showing us? That would be the best way. And not a 12-minute video. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's share Turkish coffee one more time. Maybe. That's loud.
How to make Turkish coffee. Step 1. Fill with the correct amount of good fresh water. You have either 8 ounce, 10 ounce, or 12 ounce size. That's liquid ounces as you find. Step 2. Add your coffee, sugar, and any other spices or mix-ins. Stir the mixture until they seem dissolved in the water. Step 3. Put the water on a low to medium heat for 1 to 2 minutes. Do not stir. Step 4. When the heat setting is right, it should slowly rise up to near boil over in 2 minutes or so. As it rises to the rim, quickly remove it from the burner for 20 seconds and let it settle back down.
Okay, this is close.
Step 5. Turn the burner down a couple notches. Put the ibrik back on and let the coffee rise again. And remove it as before. Repeat this one more time. Step 6. Allow the coffee to settle for a minute and serve in very small 2-ounce cups. If you want crema, you can scoop this off. Step 7. Brewing should take 7 minutes or so. If it takes longer, try raising the heat a bit next time. Step 8. Do not stir before serving. Pour the coffee slowly so as to retain the grounds in the ibrik.
Okay, that was better. That's how you make it. What do you guys think? Would you try? It's really good. I mean, really, really good. People, 44th edition today. 6 more, and we're on number 50. Wow. I'm excited. I really am. I can't believe we're almost to 50 shows. Okay, so Miss Celia, do you know how to make Turkish coffee now? Does that make sense? And you don't need one of those Jasvas, the copper pot. You can use a regular pot too. Same effect. At one point in the United States, I remember we broke our handle on our Jasva, so we just used a regular pot, and it worked fine. I ordered another Jasva because it's nice to have the original equipment, but it doesn't matter. So I think that pretty much explained how to make it. You just have to make sure you have finely grounded coffee. That's the most important. And if you want to put it in the water immediately before you cook, you can cook it like that. But what we do here, the only difference is we put the water on the stove with just the sugar and let it boil. Then we start adding coffee and let it rise. I usually let it rise 2 times and then pour. But you know you've done it right when you have a really nice cremosa on the top, really creamy. And like that man said, when you're pouring it, the cremosa will go on top by itself, but you can scoop it up and put it on top at the end too. That froth tastes really good. That's like the crystal of the coffee. It's the best. So, okay. Truly amazing stuff. I never thought there was such a, I never knew there was such a thing as Turkish coffee before I met my wife. And yeah, it's amazing. That's the only coffee that I drink now after all these years. So, okay, people, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. And when I come back, we have some vocabulary. So listen, don't move a muscle. We will be back, I promise you. And when I get here, we're going to set it off right with some really great, what's the word I'm looking for? Some really great, relevant words for coffee and chocolate. So don't move. We'll be right back. I promise. Okay, we are fully back to continue the 44th edition of Englishing with James. 6 more, and that's 50. Amazing. So fast. Today, coffee and chocolate. Best combination known to mankind, I think. And we are going to do our vocabulary in the second half. Something different. Sometimes you have to switch it up a little bit. Keeps it interesting, right? Okay. Our first vocabulary for the day is caffeine. Caffeine. Everybody say it with me. Caffeine. Okay. Caffeine is a bitter alkaloid found especially in coffee, tea, cocoa, and cola nuts, and used medicinally as a stimulant and diuretic. Ooh, caffeine is definitely your friend. Definitely. Okay. Next word for the day, beverage. Beverage. Say it with me, everybody. Beverage. Okay. Beverage means a drinkable liquid. Such a simple definition. A drinkable liquid. Okay. I thought it would be a little more complex than that. Okay. Word number 3 for the day is brew. Brew. Say it with me, everybody. Brew. Very good. Okay. Brew is to prepare by steeping, boiling, and fermentation, or by infusion and fermentation. To prepare a drink by infusion in hot water. Brew. Just like the coffee machine does. It brews the coffee, but you know what? I don't like the coffee machine. I haven't used it for a long time, actually, so. Turkish. Okay, number 4 for the 44th edition is stimulant. Stimulant. Everybody say it with me. Stimulant. Very good. Okay, a stimulant is an agent that produces a temporary increase of the functional activity or efficiency of an organism or any of its parts. Okay. Increase of functional activity. This is what a stimulant does. Okay. Word number 5 is roasting. Roasting. Everybody say it with me. Roasting. Okay. Roasting is to cook by exposing to dry heat or by surrounding with hot embers, sand, or stones. Okay, to dry and parch by exposure to heat. You know, that's amazing that it says in sand and stones. I've seen videos in Turkey when they're preparing the Turkish coffee. They don't put it on the stovetop. They bury it like in the sand. Really hot, I think, stones and sand. And it ends up amazing. I've never tried it this way, but I want to. Okay. Word number 6 is definitely my least favorite of our vocabulary today, and that is decaf. Decaf. Say it with me, I guess. Decaf. Okay, decaf unfortunately means decaffeinated coffee. No caffeine, decaf. Okay, I love the taste of coffee, of course, but why would I drink it with no caffeine? I don't understand that concept. I suppose some people can't have caffeine and they love coffee, but decaf is an evil, evil word. It really is. Okay, that brings us to our next word, which is sipping. Sipping. Say it with me, everybody. Sipping. Okay, to take a sip of something, especially repeatedly. To drink in small quantities. And by the way, sipping is present continuous. This is sipping. I'm doing it right now. I have been sipping my coffee all morning. Okay. We'll go right on to the next word, which is a glorious word, cocoa. Cocoa. Everybody say it loud, say it proud, because I know you love it. Cocoa. Okay. Cocoa is a powdered, ground, roasted cocoa bean from which a portion of the fat has been removed. A beverage prepared by heating cocoa with water or milk. Or you can say a medium brown color. This is cocoa. Cocoa changed the world, that's for sure. Okay. That's going to move us right along to our number 9 word. 9th word of the day is snack. Just like in the picture, these are known as snacks. Snack. Say it with me, everyone. Snack. Perfect. A snack is a light meal, a food eaten between regular meals. Also food that's suitable for snacking. Chips, candy, chocolate, snacks. Crackers. Really depends on what you're into, I suppose. Okay, I could use a snack right now. Moving on to number 10. Chocolate bar. Chocolate bar, everybody. Who doesn't like chocolate bars? Raise your hand. Yep, nobody raised their hand. Chocolate bar. Say it with me. Chocolate bar. Okay, a chocolate bar is basically a square or a rectangle made from chocolate. Either milk chocolate or dark chocolate. And it can have lots of different ingredients added to it. Different kinds of nuts, fruits. But it's a bar of chocolate, just like you say it. Really simple. What's your favorite chocolate bar? Anybody? Hi, Celia. I don't know if you just joined or joined a minute ago, but I'm into these words. My favorite chocolate bar. That's such a tough one, man. Probably Twix is not really a chocolate bar. Snickers. You can consider a Snickers a chocolate bar. Not a big one, but Snickers for me, I think. And Celia says crunch, like Nestle Crunch, huh? Nestle Crunch, am I right by saying this? No? Yeah, okay. Tess, she says. Yes, I knew what you meant. Okay. Yes, Nestle's good. Hello, Nancy. We are talking about coffee and chocolate. Super cool. And our next vocabulary word for week 44 is chocolate chip. Chocolate chip. Say it with me, everybody. Chocolate chip. Very good. Okay, chocolate chip is small bits of chocolate. Little small, tiny bits, usually used in cookies. chocolate chip cookies. All right. That moves us to number 12. Drinkable. Drinkable. Say it with me, everybody. Drinkable. Okay, when we say drinkable, we mean suitable or safe for drinking. This is drinkable. Nancy, I'm great. How are you? Where I'm living, we had our first snow outside today. It's great. This is why I have the snow filter today. I'm actually excited about snow, so I'm great. How are you? Okay, our next. Creamy. Creamy. Everybody say it and say it often. Creamy. Okay, when we say creamy, we mean containing cream, resembling cream, lots of cream, creamy. This is such a good word. I love creamy. It's always good. It's always delicious. Okay. Number 14 vocabulary for the day. Powder. Powder. Say it with me, everyone. Powder. Very good. To sprinkle or cover with, or as if with powder. To reduce or convert to powder. To become powder. Okay, powder is a very fine substance. That's what it is. Like I said, Turkish coffee, powder. Powder coffee. Okay. Powder and creamy, good combination. Word number 15. Wow, so many today. Flavor. Flavor. Say it with me, everybody. Flavor. Okay. Flavor is archaic. The quality of something that affects the sense of taste. The blend of taste and smell sensations evoked by a substance in the mouth. Okay. This is flavor. How it tastes. Flavor. Is it chocolate? Is it vanilla? Flavor. Okay. And by the way, I'm getting flack from my British Hong Kong assistant here. She's saying Flavor. No, Flavor. This is the only spelling. I don't care what the British say. What they taught you guys in school in Hong Kong, it's wrong. Flavor. Color, Color. I don't know that way. That's foreign to me, so stop. There's no reason for that U in there. That would be, listen, that would be flavor, like French, flavor. Okay. Number 16, sweet tooth. Sweet tooth. Everybody has a sweet tooth. Say it with me, everybody. Sweet tooth. You know what? I know I'm not going to find a definition for this. Let's see. Okay, maybe. I'm shocked. Sweet tooth, a craving or fondness for sweet food. Perfect. Sweet tooth. We all have a sweet tooth. Either we have a little sweet tooth or we have a giant, humongous sweet tooth. I think I have a humongous one, unfortunately. Okay, moving along. Number 17. Everybody's Well, okay, maybe I have to rephrase what I said earlier. This might be my least favorite word of the bunch. Calories. Calories. Everybody say it. Calories. Okay, calories always have to be there. I mean, I wish they weren't, but okay. The amount of heat required at a pressure of 1 atmosphere to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius that is equal to about 4.19 joules. Okay, an amount of food having an energy producing value of 1 large calorie. Let's just say we can't have too many every day or we will be fat. That's the only thing you need to know about calories. Keep them low. All right. And finally, our last word, number 18 word of the day, energy. Energy. Everybody say it loud and say it proud. Energy. All right. Energy is your dynamic quality, the capacity of acting or being active, a positive spiritual force. Ooh, excuse me. That was a big one. Vigorous exertion of power, effort, energy. Okay, wow, that was such a long list. So good. Our staff just keeps coming up with great words every week. I have to commend them on their choices for our vocabulary. Job well done, staff. Couldn't have done it better myself. Okay, now we're back. By the way, we're simulcasting on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. 44th edition of Englishing with James. Coffee and chocolate. Oh, man. Every day. Okay, maybe not chocolate every day, but coffee every day. That's for sure. What do you guys think of the background this week? Doesn't that look delicious? No? I thought it looked like a good idea. I don't know, especially the ones that are all chocolate. I think the ones over on the right, or on the left rather, are all chocolate. Hey, I can do this again. I want to show as much candy as I can. Coffee and chocolate. Oh, you know, I think that I have been drinking coffee since I was around 17, maybe 18 years old. So we're coming up on 25 years here now, 26 years of drinking coffee. So I would say that I'm some kind of a connoisseur of the coffee. I've had all different styles. I've had, beans from all different regions around the world. And if you ask me my opinion, as long as it's a medium roast coffee and it's finely ground and I can make Turkish coffee from it, that's the best. Everybody that has not tried Turkish coffee, I strongly recommend that you do this. And any kind of chocolate is good with Turkish coffee. It's the real super original taste of coffee. I don't know how else to say this. It's how coffee was supposed to be experienced. It really changes the structure of the coffee when you cook it on top of the stove. Amazing. The flavor is just intense. It's invigorating. I love espresso. I also love Turkish coffee. It's tough to say which one I like more, but they both really give you energy. I would say Turkish style coffee still gives you just as much energy as espresso. So try it. You guys have to try it. It's amazing. Okay, let's dig up some more material here, shall we? Okay, let's see. Let's talk about coffee pairings a little bit. Okay, and I'll just read. There are no rules set in stone about what chocolates go with certain coffees, so it's up to you to experiment. Bitterness can be balanced out well by sweet or salty flavors, while tart can balance spice and sweetness. All these pairings will give you different results, so the goal is to try as much as you can and find what you think are the best combinations. You have to, yeah, this is all personal experience, but coffee and chocolate pairing ideas. Okay, here are a few coffee and chocolate pairings that taste great together. Espresso and dark chocolates, definitely. I can say this, when you get an espresso here in Europe, they give you dark chocolate, a little square with it. So if you're looking for a romantic coffee and chocolate experience, try Middle Fork Roasters Full City Espresso with a bold dark chocolate. This smooth, rich roast also works well with chocolates with spices like cinnamon and nutmeg or caramel chocolates. Similar to a couple who has been together for many years, the creamy chocolate notes in this roast mimic the chocolate itself. Exactly. Okay, spicy chocolates and Brazilian roasts. This spicy love story starts with a Brazilian roast like the Brazil Sitio from Slate Coffee Roasters paired with a light or dark chocolate. Experiment with chocolates that have almonds or cashews to play nicely with the cranberry and fig tasting notes in this sweet coffee. This sounds good. Okay, and the last one we have fruity chocolates with Guatemalan roasts. Okay, Vajan Coffee Roasteries Guatemalan Reserve has hints of cherry, chocolate, and cocoa powder that balance with dark chocolates, chocolate with spices, or chocolates with a hint of vanilla or orange. Wow, a coffee that has cherry notes? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I like flavored coffee, but I'm very limited on which flavors I like. I would say, oh, white peppermint mocha, white chocolate, caramel. That's really it when it comes to my flavored coffee. Um, cinnamon, cinnamon's good, but that's about it for me. I love this time of year back in the United States because all of the big chain coffee shops have white peppermint mocha that you can add to your lattes right now this time of year. It's so good. And they also have eggnog and pumpkin spice. I'm not too crazy about the pumpkin spice, but the eggnog's really good too. So that season is about over, though. I think they'll stop seeing that maybe beginning of February. Maybe beginning of March. But yep, that type of flavors, those types of flavors are my favorite. I don't really get into that kind of stuff, man. I like the taste of coffee. I don't want it to be too sweet. But okay. Let me find something here really fast. Bear with me. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Okay. We're going to talk about coffee pairings again. Okay. These days, there are multiple ways to enjoy your daily hit of caffeine. Here, award-winning barista and coffee expert, okay, I'll skip that part, shares which brew methods and beans pair well with 3 popular varieties of chocolate. Okay. French press plus excellence crunchy cocoa. French press coffee tends to be a fuller body brew with a rich texture that complements the smooth chocolate, as well as the crunchiness of the cocoa nibs. Make it with a nutty Colombian coffee featuring berry and chocolate notes that will enhance the bar's complex aromas and flavors, such as toasted nuts, spices, warm honey, and a hint of vanilla. Oh man, that sounds good. Whew. Okay, mocha pot plus 70% cocoa chocolate. If you like espresso's strong flavor and texture, but don't have an espresso machine at home, you can use a stovetop maker like the mocha pot to brew it yourself. Try this brewing method with a sweet and nutty espresso that will complement the subtle sweetness of this dark chocolate and its undertones of dry cherry, orange, and vanilla. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, Chemex plus 78% cocoa. Okay, a Chemex filter brews a delicate, complex cup of coffee. Try this pour-over style brew method with a Rwandan coffee featuring notes like toffee and fruity flavors like mango that will enhance the sweet and creamy flavor of this dark chocolate and pair well with its aromas of baked brownies and toasted nuts. This is making me hungry, man. I really want some chocolate now. Not cool. Not cool. All right. 44th edition. Did I mention 6 more and we're at 50? Okay. Unreal, man. Okay, let's do some more pairings. Okay, I've already seen that one. Okay, hold on 1 second. Here we go. Nope, same one again. You got to be kidding me. Okay, here we go. I'll share this one too. Hold on. This looks good. Okay, if you're having a Sumatran coffee, look for any bittersweet cocoa bar with about 53% cocoa content. The sweet accents found in the chocolate paired with the earthy spice notes and bold flavors of the Sumatran coffee should make for a really delicious combination. And hints of spice in coffee, if done well, can really take things up a notch. You can make your Sumatran coffee with a French press, a classic method that most people would use in their households. Alternatively, if you have access to an espresso machine, a classic long black or Americano would work just as well. That looks good. Okay. There's nothing better than sipping a nice milk coffee and having a great chocolate bar to go with it. I would choose to finish off lunch with a milk coffee made from a single origin coffee from Ethiopia, for its clarity and floral and citrus notes, and pair it with a cocoa bar with about 35% cocoa content. There is certain complexity to this last pairing as it works in elements of sweetness, acidity, and floral notes, depending on the exact type of coffee used. If using an AeroPress, a hybrid home brewing device to make your coffee, make sure to brew a strong cup so that its flavors won't be diluted when milk is added in, and guests can opt to drink it hot or iced. Alternatively, if using an espresso machine, any milk-based drink, a latte, cappuccino, or flat white would suffice. Oof. I think that's it. And we're slowly getting some suggestions here. Okay. Let's see. Or I have a few here. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is a whole bunch, okay, of different types of pairings with coffee, even fruit pairings, which isn't exactly today's subject, but okay, it's still informative, so. Okay, from breakfast to dessert, coffee is a delicious drink to sip with food. And by the way, I drink coffee all day. Here are some classic coffee and food pairings that are easy to enjoy at home or in coffee shops and restaurants. Okay, fruit pairings. Fresh fruits and fruit-based sweets can offer a lighter, healthier pairing option for some coffees. Just be careful not to overdo sour tones in your pairing selections, as the results can be cacophonous. Berries. Kenyan and Haitian coffees are great with any kind of berries. Yet you'll find that Yemeni and Jamaican coffees are even better with blueberries. I don't think I would try that. Stone fruits. Fresh or baked into sweets, stone fruits such as peaches, plums, and apricots are delicious with Tanzanian and Haitian coffees. Okay. Tarts. Fruit tarts are exceptional with medium to dark roasted Brazilian and Costa Rican coffees. Tarts are good. Okay, chocolate pairings. This is what I'm talking about. This is the subject. Coffee and chocolate are an amazing pairing. I know. So you might want to consider a chocolate treat with your afternoon coffee. Exactly. Never in the morning. While a regular cup is delicious, these pairings can be even better when you use that brew to make espresso drinks, of course. Okay, brownies. Full-bodied coffees from Indonesia or Guatemala pair beautifully with dark chocolate brownies, of course. Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is great with most medium or dark roasted coffees, but it is especially tasty with chocolate Guatemalans. Chocolate mousse cake is delicious with most Arabica coffees. Vanilla bean iced chocolate cupcakes are wonderful with Colombian coffee. Okay. Chocolate dipped fruit. Never tried this. Chocolate dipped fruit is good with most African coffees. Try tart chocolate covered cherries with citrusy Ethiopian Sidamo for a real treat. Chocolate covered cherries, yeah, definitely would be good. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is ideally paired with Indonesian, Brazilian, Ethiopian, Guatemalan, and dark roast coffees or espresso. Milk chocolate. It's hard not to pair milk chocolate with all types of coffee, but Colombian, Kenyan, Sumatran, Yemeni, Ethiopian, and Kona work best. And white chocolate, my favorite. White chocolate's milder flavor pairs better with Colombian, Costa Rican, and Yemeni coffees. Okay. Baked goods. Oh, there's so many. Okay. Whether you bake them yourself, stop by a bakery, or buy the goodies many coffee shops offer, baked goods are just a little better with a cup of coffee, that's for sure. Biscotti. God, I see these in all the coffee shops in the US. Biscotti, perhaps the most popular baked good to enjoy with coffee in the US outside of donuts. Biscotti comes in flavors and varieties to suit nearly any palate. Almond is a classic, but cherry, chocolate, and other types are also well worth trying. Full flavored biscotti is also great with espresso. Okay. Next is my favorite, cakes. Cake and coffee is a classic pairing, and we've already discussed chocolate cake. You'll find that carrot cake is fantastic with Colombian coffee, and that nearly any type of cake is great with any coffee you have. Have fun exploring this pairing because the possibilities are endless. Exactly. All right. Caramel flan. The rich, salty, sweet flavor of caramel flan works well with Indonesian and Guatemalan coffees. God, this is making me so hungry. All right. Cinnamon buns. The caramel and chocolate notes in Colombian and Guatemalan coffees are a natural fit for cinnamon buns. Okay. Coffee bread. Anybody who is inclined to bake will definitely want to explore coffee bread recipes. You can use their individual flavor profiles to pair them with the right coffee. Okay. Coffee cake. I forgot coffee cake from the United States was so good when I was younger. Danishes and coffee cake pair well with most coffees. However, light or medium roast Hawaiian and Nicaraguan coffees are particularly good. Man, coffee cake is great. Okay, croissants. You can pair unadorned coffees with croissants, but why not take a cue from the French? Café au lait pairs so much better. Okay. Donuts, of course. Different types of donuts pair well with different coffees. Many coffee and donut lovers swear by milk and sugar with pretty much any type of coffee and any type of donut. Smooth, sweet Costa Rican coffee is especially well suited to pairing with donuts. God, they're so specific. Muffins. Like donuts, most muffins work with most coffees. Some find that Costa Rican and Mexican coffees are especially good with muffins. I don't think I've ever had Mexican coffee. Okay. Oatmeal raisin cookies, not for me. Blah. Light to medium roast Nicaraguan and Kona coffees are ideal for pairing with the lighter flavor of oatmeal raisin cookies. I just don't like raisins. Sorry. Scones. Scones are not just for tea. Fruit scones are great with winey coffees from Yemen, Kenya, and Haiti. Unflavored scones are good with Costa Rican and maple raisin scones are perfect for Kona and Nicaraguan coffee. Citrus scones are great with Mexican and Ethiopian coffees. I've never tried Mexican coffee. I don't think. Anyway, shortbread. The buttery, dense flavor and texture of shortbread is delicious with Costa Rican or Brazilian coffees, or with a Cafe Breve? Don't know that one. Sweetbreads. Zucchini bread with nuts is amazing with Colombian coffee. Banana nut bread is great with Costa Rican, Kenyan, or Kona coffee, and pumpkin bread with nuts is incredible with Colombian or Costa Rican coffee. They're all great with espresso con pana. Not sure. Okay. Breakfast food pairings, of course. But this isn't chocolate. Yeah, I'm not even going to say it. It's not chocolate. We did fruit. Why not? Okay, crepes. Eggs and bacon or sausage. Omelets. Let's see. Okay, let's do it like this. Crepes go good with Colombian. Ooh, Nutella or chocolate crepes with Colombian coffee. Okay. This is good. Eggs and bacon or sausage. American style breakfast is great with a medium roast Costa Rican coffee. Omelets. Looks like Java, Sumatra, and Indonesian coffee. Oatmeal is good with Kona or Nicaraguan. Pancakes with maple syrup is good with Kona and Nicaraguan again. Quiche is good with Pacific Island coffees. And wheat toast is good with Costa Rican, Colombian, Guatemalan, and Brazilian coffees. Okay. Hold on. What was this? Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Cafe Breve. What's that about? Oh. Why am I not familiar with this? Okay, I've had this here in Europe. Espresso-based drink that is made like a cappuccino, but with steamed half and half instead of milk. This provides a very creamy foam. Try it if you want a decadently rich but sugarless espresso drink. You will also see it called the Breve Latte, Cafe Breve, and Breve Coffee. Breve means short in Italian. Okay. New to me. I was not aware of that prior to this class. Okay, everybody. 44th edition of Englishing with Jings. I want to once again reiterate how great Jings Learning is when it comes to improving English. We're accepting students right now where we help you with your conversational English skills. We help your grammar, sentence structure, vocabulary, pronunciation, everything pertaining to the English language. And the classes are fun and interesting. So look no further. Please, if you want the real English conversational education, look no further than Jings. Our teachers are amazing. They really are truly amazing. They have lots of years of experience and we have very satisfied students. So we're accepting you right now. So get on there and sign up if you want to speak English like a professional. Okay. Maybe one more video and then we're going to call it a day, I think. Let's see what I can find. Okay. Uh-huh. That looks delicious. Okay. Let's learn how to make chocolate coffee truffles. This looks simply amazing. Coffee and chocolate go together so well, even in candy.
So one of my biggest kryptonites is either chocolate or coffee. I'm not sure which one is worse. So in this video, I figured I would share with you
I agree.
how to make chocolate coffee truffles. They are my favorite. I make about once a year, and I make it for friends, neighbors, teachers as gifts, and they love it. It's so good. And normally if you go buy them, they're really expensive, but they're really not that hard to make. So let's go spice things up. Okay, so you'll want 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 teaspoon of instant coffee. And whisk that together so that the coffee dissolves and the cream gets hot. Once it starts bubbling up, you want to turn off your heat. And you want to add 1 cup of bittersweet chocolate and a cup of semi-sweet chocolate. And I use this brand. This is Better Chocolate.
Ghirardelli's great.
And you don't want your chocolate to burn, so you want to constantly stir it. And what you are making is a ganache. And now you'll want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And my mother-in-law brought this back from her travels. So this is good stuff. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And stir that in. Oh, it smells lovely. And then you want to use 1 tablespoon of coffee liqueur. This is Kahlua. This is actually homemade Kahlua. If you want to know how to make your own, I will link the video below. Anyways, just 1 tablespoon and put it right in. And now you want to get like a glass bowl or a container that has a lid on and just pour it right in there. Now you just want to put the lid on. Now you want to put this in the fridge until it hardens. And yes, it is my beer fridge, but basically just have it in until it hardens. But if you don't really want to deal with it,
Everybody in the United States has a beer fridge.
just put it in overnight. It just makes it easier. All right, guys. So I love the holidays, and I love all the Christmas magic, the holiday magic that goes along with it. So I figured you could tag along, and you can see what inspires me for the holidays. Or even a teaspoon. I like the melon scoops because they're kind of sharp on the end and it's easier to. Right, we are back, and you can see the chocolate has grown up. It has hardened. Now we are ready for the next step. Okay, so now you want to get a pan that is lined with parchment paper. And you'll want to get like a melon ball, or you can get an ice cream scoop, or even a teaspoon. I like the melon scoops because they're kind of sharp on the end and it's easier to get the chocolate out. This is the messy part, so you want to just scoop it out and form little balls like this. Put it on the pan and just roll it in your hand so it's a nice ball. And this is the messiest part, and this is the part that takes the longest. So just keep doing it until you're done with the chocolate. All right, all done. You can see there's a bunch. All right, so now you want to put your truffles in the fridge for about 15 minutes just to harden again. And these have hardened up, which you want it like that so that you can dip them in chocolate. Okay, so I just took the rest of the package of my dark chocolate and my semi-sweet chocolate, or bittersweet and semi-sweet chocolate, so I can dip them in. So you want to get one of the truffles and just kind of put them on something. You can even use a skewer and then just dip it in. Make sure it's coated with the chocolate. And then just put it on your parchment paper. And you'll just want to continue to do that in each type of chocolate until they are all coated with chocolate. And also before this hardens, you'll want to add a little bit of pretty sparkly Christmas flakes. So I just use sprinkles, and these are red and green just for Christmas. And then for me, I like to put them back in the fridge just to harden the outer chocolate shell, just for about another 15 minutes.
Very nice.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed making this special holiday chocolate treat with me. And let's give it a try. Oh man, can you see? It's got a nice little hard shell around the outside. And then the inside is nice and moist and so good. Melts in my mouth and my hand.
Okay. That looks delectable. But she should have had a cup of coffee with it, right? There's a little bit of coffee in there, but not much. Just a little bit of instant coffee. Okay. But yeah, it looks great. I could easily eat all of the stuff that I've seen today. So, and having said that, we are at the end of our show. Listen, guys, this was fun. And now I just want to go drink coffee and eat chocolate all day. So there's that. Listen, everybody, thanks for watching. Leave your comments. Like I said, Jing's Learning is outstanding. It's phenomenal. Come learn. We will help. No problems. Having said that, I'm going to go ahead and close the 44th edition. We'll be back next Sunday with the 45th edition, even closer to 50. And I want to wish everybody a great week, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.